but around here, Kisii County, Baretavana, because these schools, they are the boarding facilities where we equip with these schools very well. Here along the road, along Kisii Grigoris Road, where they equip with the laboratory, the computer lab, around more than 50 computers.
Inyoranga eskuro yeganige bwate obolendi bwekerengo kegoro kegima. Eskuro yenige gotoka imiogembo ase gotoka angenebara ase oranyerere bwango. Ogembo Preparatory School. Minyokarro rero bwenyorere libaga.
Eye Kisii TV amandegere yomugusi. Aya na Ayaatekire Chinsa Isato Kisii TV. Aya na
Magoro benkia umwancho morigereria o Kisii TV nero amandegere yo mugusi chinga kina bekiro kwegena ngari tkoria audio sabatoni gorigendrete ko bari terero kegima chinga kina enchene yariganiro kumanyinga nararia ya atwikire SMS eto yoboraria igongoro kwa Lydia Moraa mongo no toko bwatana na kurwa senseme yende gakorukunga Eliud obonyo.
Aya na Ayaatekire Chinsa Isato Kisii TV.
Ya mateye mokurwa se ekinyoro kya masosa kegotoka ase ward ya Nyamaiya ebunge ya West Mugrango ime county ya Nyamira niga yesokire na gwakangambia mono heye maiga yokonyoro bokonyi bokomoenia omugako bokurwa se ekiombe ekemo kimanyikantibu na Nyamaiya Church Welfare Association ase noe nabo omunyakiro gosomuliki bwekiombe kyonyarwa ka wesokya na koboria omugusi anyarwa ka gosoa ase chi welfare bunenjire ya moyoko konyeka anena mono chinga kichigendere guseba nyorire amakonwa anena mono ase ogusiria bamwabo
bagechagite 2023 January wikera bonega ndubwate 401 members bali kiombe na ndabande barogiti willingness yugo chwenye kiombeke ikiombe gigaito egekurwo bokonye sana engaki kero montaño lirobo kongu kero emember ya aita yasirire gose yasiririe bali balense yaye abalense yaye nabo iboli baye ni family yaye umurugi yoye n'abana baye bono keranyo robo komuntu tene member etogo cheme bune kiombe we take so much pardon from him etogo te master konyara elinde tomo guswero umosigo yobwa amatanga majorly etoko angazia chi area ibere two areas in as much as the other areas toko ligereria lakini we major in two areas mo area financial support maite kero montaño robo kongu obo gocha musiabakano obo gocha kero montate bangeti tenga burwaire na bo monta kurwara airunya getali lakini kero mochando to kirono makweli tanya gwaka odi one to gocha ina way that tubwate financial support ye kiombe twakore meroberio ya matanga aya to offset bills onye biri kero ya nyagetali onye biri kero ya mocheli to offset kiregento. Talking of finances ekiombe eke okolega siribuna eke go take care of biri ya mocheli ya take care of egari kwimukyo mubere esanduku eyanga alafu rende kurwabo chibesa chiri chigutigara kurwa se kiombe emember ya egubaka ono in short budget yaito nera aligned ndubate bintu biri specific tokoenda namna nateba ndubate ebiri ya mocheli ndubate sanduku ndubate gari ndubate yanga na ndubate public address litukolia matanga ngotenera public address ekine chibesa chibagire buya seri chikolia ito na ndekere member nera aware chibesa irenga chikoenda ase mahitaji ayo rende bono rende ngosaba balia barase ebinyoro agusi yaito imbu yago so ase chi welfare to siereria welfare uko iurenge welfare nera ase to basigusieriria so ai welfare ororo manyangi kenderete na ndeka bana active member welfare ngo konyere sana naro ebinto yakorire ebingi sana utige yetu ya Nyamaiya chi welfare nturoro chire outside gusi bono mturo koragasi gusi tole siko bona astore siko chi welfare nchirororo we see egasi chigokora chi welfare bono rende na omokwebeka namo ibinyoro iga mochamo mwebekane morose welfare na bagonyora gusiya ito ya change wethera se
na kurwase ensemo ya siasa abarai nigo baboribe kunyara kuba bagotika gutiemanane mono obosi bwabari babakirete chikura munenjera ya moyo kwonrokia amaskani gochiase bare mwancho murigire KCTV aya nigachire maiga yechibura buru kogendera kwene kibwali two gochiase rinde anina mono gati omugavana bwe county ya Kisii Moske Paul Simbarati amono mubunge bwe bunge ya South Mugrango Moske Silvana Sosoro ukwana mubasorero nigo abarai anina mono obatendrete omorembe kurwase bunge ya machoge borabu bakorawa amona Samson Onyancha aboliri abarai nganere buya bakore amagendero kurende tari gutiemana gisiasa
igobone karamo mokuomana gasie tari gokorekana manyanga ntubwate karamu iri mbaliri togocha kuba market aitonyo 100% osonyo 45 igo njenare kubasaba uno murai dispute imobwate cyo kuomana kuramana akimogende mutige
bona abantu bansire bandi bebirukira ababasi bakare goteanga umugabona kunwe gono mutwo basi okunwa bona tugiterenge usoro bona tacha babasi gose umugabona tagenda bugirango ayina mangana atawenere tikobo ekiagara eyote development togote marendo ra ekuru umugabona umugima ngana kiogosoro biegenteke mutakere moya hotel y'abante kiagara bone bakoigunga umugaba no itogoseru noro cha basi bagare goteanga bono mubasi ogoseru aro bansa manda mono guchiago
gwiterere tionga ekero gokunega abana wakunire nyumba ya ito eyero mubasi iswali riana neri buno muntu murayo otenete imara totebia abarai baitunga tokorere gasi tu abaete ingunero tutagete mangana kogenda kubeka magene para gutanga okonyora omorwaire ore kwiru ne gari nyagitari oso mongino ore gwekonya kwanya kwa mutangire ando nyora ochire omugima bwaye bwasire bosa
igato sikabara ina into abananchi ntobase kona ko ababakurwana noyo twera ne kenyomba nabono nkobekera toro soro kwire ndengera taeta bona kolenga libinte binge basinyara bana karo asari bona tinikoro sigente beto gakoro montonaro gochikompinga abantu bono omonto babwate okoruka omopungo bomachoge borabu gakoruka badia barongo asiumo chingwana chonse amang'ana cia abantu babwate ayo soa okora amagendero otorwaceri chipara chingaki chike tokombe naro yomo yorabura lakini mono ise kabang'ana babwate ogotwebisira pinga toigotoka omogambi tobono ogotosoki
eriomanandire se chinyagitari kamoranje gabana nayororo nayotenete chinyagitari keriogokura genda ngopa kenyagitari eyo boli nyona barwaire abo una kwaetete ngakiende naende omanye ngaki abanyagitari bawo na kwakwana barabubuya egere enyagitari egororoko omuamate gakogendororo oruwari bwo murwaire ando osoka buya.
Mwaziri bw'ekisemi omusikeze machoguni gesokire na kugikira ekyombe gy'okubarikia abarimu ya Teacher Service Commission asate bimuna ekyombe ekyo nigo gyachakire kwirania kisemi maiga okwana ase skuli ya sekondari ya Isongo egotoka ase ensemo ya Mumias ime county ya Kakamega nigo bono machogwanya koga kuboria ekyombe ekyo kunyarko bako bwatokane na mono chinsi koko bwatoka anene mono kunyarko bagwesonania amona masomo ya borkibwa anigachiro mwancho murigere maiga yekyombe kia TSC kunyarko bage kunganya abarimu kurase skuli ya sekondari ya Isongo eje maiga ya Bible kunyarko bagosoa ase skuli eyo na kunyarko bako munganya omwalimu omonene.
At all times, we must not undermine the right of our children to free and compulsory basic education. We must ensure that the best interests of the child are accorded paramount importance in all matters concerning the child, including the child's education.
Na mbunge wao kwa TSC.
Even though it is in the mandate of TSC, it has affected greatly the learning. And therefore, we really want to plead with TSC that as the sponsors of this school, Hatungependelea kwamba shule ifungwe.
While the invasion of schools and attacks on the teachers are unfortunate, and we cannot be able to allow that to continue, we have to adopt careful, systematic, and consultative means of ensuring that we do not deprive innocent children.
Omurai gwe kiama kia ODM Mosika Raila Amolo Odinga boigo omwaziri o Public Service Board Moses Kuria negatia barai abanyarko bagwikirana asomo yigabo gucengera boigo kwinyura oyorenge omo Vice President omutangani wense ya Kenya korense ya Kenya yanyorete obugambi Jaramogi Oginga Odinga abwase banyarko bakomotoge na kwera bwikiranu alia ayanya tukobakagokora anene muno chingaki alenge omo Vice President nyoranga Jaramogi Oginga Odinga nigo asireti obugima bwaye emyaka 30 bono ya etire.
Bishop, fellow Christians, God is good all the times. Thank you very much. The clergy and the guests who have come here today, on behalf of the family of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, we welcome you and we thank you for joining us this morning for this prayer in remembrance of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, 30 years. This is not a place for speeches. Speeches will be made where we're going to, here. But I just wanted to know, to let you know that he was very much associated with this church. This project is a brainchild of the late Bishop Henry Okulu and Jaramogi. And Jaramogi did the first fundraising for construction of this church. And he did several others before he died. He was joined by the late Jobomino. So when Jaramogi left, Jobomino took over. And I joined Jobomino. So we did it then with Job together, and when Job passed on, then I continued myself until we are here where we are. It is still a project that is ongoing, an ongoing project. And last week we were here, and they told us that there's a sound system that they want to put up here, and there are pews which they still want to do, but they will be fundraising on another occasion, not today. Today, as a family, we are presenting these 2 chairs to the church. On top of that, we are also adding to the church a contribution here of 200,000 shillings. And I just wanted to request that if there's any Christian who wants to join and work a say, this is the time.
The man we are celebrating today, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, was a very, very committed family man. He was a committed family man, and he was also committed to this country. And when he died, I can tell you there's a time I disagreed with him. I was disagreeing with Jaramogi because I was telling him, Baba, these people have given you too much trouble. You have been in detention. And you came out so emaciated, and you had lost so much weight because of all the thoughts in prison. Why don't you just leave the politics alone and concentrate on your businesses so that you can revive your businesses? But Jaramogi told me that, my son, I have lived with you all these years, but it appears you don't know me. You don't know the real Jaramogi. Me, All those things you are talking about, which call businesses and small things like those, only take less than a quarter of my heart. Everything else goes to the people. That thing you tell me to leave politics is my life, and I will not leave it. I will fight for justice, and I will fight for the people of Kenya until I die. That was Jaramogi. If I don't want to continue much more than that, I just want to thank all the other participants who have come from far and wide to come and give lectures to us this afternoon. And I also want to say thank you very much to Professor Nyang' Nyong'o. Without Professor's heart, big heart, without his generosity, without his commitment to the cause, this occasion should not have happened. All the things which have happened here have happened because of his personal guidance and commitment, and very reliable lieutenant like Abalawanga.
Let you go back to Nairobi today.
Familia ya Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, Youth Leader ndugu yangu Oburu Odinga, Mama Aida Odinga, Mama Margaret Kenyatta, na watu wa Kisumu, Nyadhuro Auntie, Nyadhuro Umor. Nimekuja hapa kusherekea hii sherehe ya miaka 30 for one of my early mentors when I was a young man. I remember as a student leader in the University of Nairobi, I met Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And I remember we were accompanied, tulipelekwa kwa Jaramogi na chairman wetu wakati huo, Mheshimiwa TJ Kajwang', who is here. Pia tulikuwa with our Secretary General, Governor Ochilo Yako, who is here today. Na wakati huo